Hey there, this is your girl, Angela D. Stribling. And of course, you know me. I'm the host of a new After Sunday podcast coming to you every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. This next guest, he's been on my show before, but of course, he is he's just a wealth of information and knowledge. But most importantly, he is the guy that allows me to come to you fully presentable with my hair. He takes care of me on a regular, and it's so funny. He was off for a month, and when I seen him maybe 2 weeks ago, I just was so excited to see him, and I could just say nothing but friend. Where have you been? Because I missed you so much. He's the guy that takes care of me. This is Tim Jones with Salon Blue in Swissville, Pennsylvania. He is amazing. He is definitely one of our Black History Month honorees from Swissville Borough, from our DEI committee. He's been a long-standing small business owner in our community. Welcome again to a new After Sunday, now the podcast. How you doing today?
I'm blessed and highly favored. Thank you.
As always, that much.
Amen.
That much you are. I swear, when I met you, it was an automatic kinship. And I'm grateful because finding a stylist is not just about hair, is it?
No.
It's about relationship, it's about connectivity, it's about fitting in with the individual, your busy schedule, and how do you manage all that? And first, tell our viewers a little bit about you before we jump into that.
I feel like you said a lot, already. But I'm a small business owner. I have been since 2008. I'm a certified trichologist. That is the medical. We deal with the medical study of hair and scalp. So situations like alopecia, scalp disorders, hair shift disorders. I would be the guy that you would talk to and basically tell me your whole life story. And with that timeline, I'll piece together an image, with overview and analyzing your hair and scalp, and try to piece together that story and let you know what I think could be the issue with your hair and scalp. I'm a son. I'm an uncle. I don't know what else to say, really. I don't.
Right. You're a humble man of God, but we cut up in the salon. You make things fun and exciting. We have major conversations, which drives people to come back, and it's not just about hair. So where do you get that amazing personality, and as well as how you get that amazing ability to do hair? Because it's a gift, and not everybody has that, even though they do the work. You understand?
So I feel like, of course, I act just like my parents, my family. Funny thing though, I'm a lot like my mom. She raised me. However, when I was maybe about 22, I took a flight to Chicago to meet my dad's side of the family.
Okay.
Because I remember meeting them as a child. I was like 5 years old. But I had to know them. Like we didn't have a relationship, so I got in touch with a cousin out there, and I was like, "Hey, cousin, I'm your cousin.
I'm coming.
I'm coming to see y'all." And when I got there, it was so like surreal because certain things about me that like I didn't understand where they came from. I just started to see like my relatives there that I'm like, wow, like this is where I get this from. This is where I get that from. And we literally just clicked. Like It was like we knew each other our whole lives, So, but I feel like my personality is also shaped from my life and my experiences, which allows me to be understanding, especially like with clients. Like I service all walks of life. So one of the biggest things, or I think biggest gifts that I offer to customers is a listening ear, but an understanding ear too. Like I'm not judging. I'm here enjoying the fact that a lot of individuals sit in my chair and they choose to be vulnerable with me. And
Yes,
I feel honored and privileged by that, because
yes,
like you said, this is a relationship. And I cherish that, I really do. So,
absolutely, absolutely.
and
And
the
we
gift,
definitely,
like, I'm
yeah.
sorry to cut you. The
No,
gift
go
of
ahead, go
style,
ahead.
it just literally came from God, honestly. Like, I remember one of my aunts had said to me one day, she just was like, "Have you ever really, really taken the time to give God thanks for the gift that you have?" And it was funny because when she said that to me, I remember always having this like looming thought of like, where did I get this from?
Mm-hmm.
And like, why am I here? I Like I mentioned last time I was on the show, I went to college for I was a biology pre-med major. So all my life I thought I wanted to be a doctor, but I knew I loved hair.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be a doctor. I felt like society told me to be a doctor, but my heart said I wanted to do hair.
Yes,
Um, and like I can literally look at something and recreate it,
exactly.
like I can literally look at something and dissect it and piece it apart, take it apart and piece it back together just by looking at it. So
Right.
when she said that to me, I'm like, yeah, I understand this is a God gift, but no, I actually never really took the time, to say thank you. So it was in that moment, in that time, when she presented that to me, I was like, thank you,
Yeah,
because it's definitely from God. And I definitely feel like
absolutely.
being behind the chair is not just being a stylist, but it's a ministry. So,
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm grateful that a few years ago when I stumbled upon you, probably like a month before COVID, and here I was there. I had, my hair had got cut off from something that happened. I don't know. But then I was going into twists and locks.
mm,
And then when I
mm,
met you and you twisted my hair and you locked when you twisted it, and I left the shop and I got so many compliments from just that. And then when COVID hit and I was stuck in the house and we couldn't, you know what I mean, all those mandates, and we couldn't, come to the shop and I had to take it out. But then once I came back and things were lifted, you just came and took care of my hair. You just done what needed to be done. And that was just like, oh, I stuck because looking and finding a stylist, and I've had some great stylists over the years, don't get me wrong, but finding that connection that where, okay, I'm going to trust this person. I'm going to trust this person with his knowledge and education, and he's going to actually still have me come out beautiful is definitely a compliment and a testament to you. Do you find that that is definitely something you focus on to make sure people have that understanding? Because a lot of women are afraid to get their hair cut. They're afraid to come in the shop and have that trust factor. So do you make sure that's definitely a component of your work?
I mean, I feel like part of that trust factor comes from honesty.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I'm a very deliberate, direct person. I'm black
Yeah,
and white.
we
I don't have a
know.
lot of gray area. So I keeps it funky. Okay.
Yes,
I keeps it 100. And I will tell you, like, that's not going to look good on you. Or,
right,
but I'll ask enough questions. Like, say, if you want a certain hairstyle and, it takes a lot of commitment, I'm going to ask you, are you ready for this commitment? Here's the commitment that comes along with having this style. Are you the type of person that is ready for that commitment? Are you going to
right,
keep up with this? So, this is a give and take. This is a relationship. So, to whom much is given, much is required, right? You
right,
you want to lay this on me, but let me lay something on you and let
right,
you know
right, right, right,
this
right,
is your part in this relationship. You ain't just gonna come here and I'm gonna
right.
make it all wonderful. Do you realize this is what you have to do? So I think that honesty factor, it either resonates
Or
or
it doesn't.
or it doesn't.
It leaves people out
Or
the
reject.
door because the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts, but the truth is
Mhm.
real. But
Right.
also, you protecting us as your clients and giving us the best, recommendations and also safety because we don't want our hair to fall out. You know what I mean? And I've
Right.
had some
Right.
situations that you've helped channel through me with my situations to allow me to trust you in that process. So I definitely thank you. So with you becoming the stylist and then going into actually wanting to do the trichology piece, how did that kind of transform?
So again, like as I said, I always wanted to be a doctor. So I did love that science, the medical
Uh-huh.
science, everything. Um, but I don't know if I could have been a doctor. Like, I think I have too much personality to be like stuck in some stuffy hospital or something. I don't know.
Right, right, right,
I
right.
probably would have been doing missionary work if I was a doctor. I don't know, but um, so that aspect and that component was still there. That love for that and interest for that was still there. So when I went to beauty school, I learned about trichology, and it stuck with me. So
Mhm.
I wanted to know more about it. Now at the
Okay.
time, there really wasn't there wasn't a lot of information, with medicine and or just the medical field. It's always new developments, um, every day, every season there's something new. So I learned as much as I could learn, but one of the things that I came to know was that there wasn't a school here for that here in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And I thought that was strange too, because I'm like, us being a big medical community, this being a medical aspect of it here, why doesn't Pitt have
Right,
something, or Duquesne, or even CCAC? So
right.
that did kind of put like a roadblock, because I wanted to go into that, but the closest school that I knew of was in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, so I would have had to have gone to school. It was a 2-year program, and like we have to take labs and do clinical work, as well as theoretical work, so which was similar to beauty school, but on a different level.
Uh-huh.
And I just didn't want to do it, like
Yeah.
I didn't want to travel to Georgia. I didn't want to go there and have to go to school for 2 years. So I didn't go. But it's stuck in the back of my head. So with COVID,
Uh-huh.
years later, it presented an opportunity for me to take it online. And so I found a school that my cousin went to. I got in touch with the founder of the school, and I got enrolled in school. And for
Awesome.
2 years, it took me 2 years
Yeah.
studying. But this was like almost like a self-taught study. So I
Okay.
had to be very intentional, you know,
Uh-huh.
about what it was that I was doing. So I mean, literally every single day for 2 years. I would be in between clients
Right.
studying. I would be up late studying. I would be up early studying, because it's very medical. Like, I mean, the anatomy, all the
Yeah.
body systems, everything. So, I had to take my time and comb through it like a fine tooth comb. And 2 years later, I became certified. But I definitely feel like, that journey is not finished. It's not
Yes.
complete. Like, I'm in school now for pharmaceuticals, and I realized through doing consultations for trichology, a lot of the clients would come in with a grocery list of medications that they're on.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, I need to learn these drugs and medications, because um, I have to research so many of them every single class. So
Right.
let me prepare myself and equip myself a little bit, more, to be better, able to serve the people better. So I started going to school for that, and I'm still in school. I'm almost finished with that.
Oh,
Yeah. But yeah, so that's like the whole trichology thing. I feel like it's going to be a whole nother 20 years of
absolutely. And it'll be an ongoing
yeah,
level of education. Now,
yeah.
also, I understand you're doing some different workshops in the community. Did you want to tell our viewers about that and how they can become a part of that?
So the background on that, right? It's called the 2024 Wellness Resource Meetup. I,
Okay.
I started to organize this with my church,
Okay.
which is Mount Olive Baptist Church in Rankin on 4th Avenue.
Okay.
Um, the pastor continuously said, ever since he joined the church, so he's been there 2 years now, I do believe. We got introduced to him through COVID as well, and he started in, I want to say, 2022, or 2021, 2021, 2022. But anyway, he kept saying that he wanted to reach the Palisades housing development across the street from our church.
Okay.
He kept saying it, and he kept saying it. And then one day I had, maybe it was the Lord, I just was like, I want to organize some type of community outreach, but I don't want it to be like a book bag drive or,
Right.
or like free dinner
Nothing
or
against
something.
those, right?
But nothing against those, God bless everyone.
Yeah.
But it was like something that has to be more impactful.
Yeah.
Even if we only reach one person, we reach one, we teach one, and they'll spread the news, right?
Yes.
Just like
Yes.
with Jesus, when the miracles were performed, and they spoke about it, and which brought a crowd to him eventually.
Okay.
But
Right.
my mission was to reach out to the community, introduce them to the works of God, like the works, because it's like the whole faith without works is dead, right?
Yeah.
So I have this faith that if we reach out to the community and offer them something that they can really use. So the outreach is focused on the 8 dimensions of wellness. So
Okay.
which is social wellness, emotional wellness, financial wellness,
Hmm.
occupational wellness, physical wellness, environmental wellness, intellectual wellness, and then spiritual wellness.
Okay.
So I sought out to like find different people who were subject matters of these different areas of
Yeah.
wellness
Yeah.
and just ask them, frankly, would you be willing to volunteer your time to give us like an hour to 3 hour presentation on your area of expertise to our ranking community? And most of them said yes.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
that's it in a nutshell. But like I said, the backdrop from that was the pastor saying that he had a desire to reach the community.
Yeah.
God putting the seed in me to want to, be active on this desire. Because I feel like, that seed was planted by the pastor. He kept saying it. So as he said it more and more, it became more and more like, okay, what can I
Yeah.
do? How can I become a part of this? Being as though I service so many people of all walks of life, is like I'm talking to different people all the time. So
Right. Exactly.
these presenters are sitting right in my chair. So I have this relationship with them already. So I got their ear, and I'm just asking them, I'm explaining to them like, this is what we're doing. This is what we want to do. Are you willing to participate? So most of them said yes, they did. So we jump started that March 9th,
Okay.
we started with social wellness. Martia D. Brock, she has a whole bunch of different acronyms on her name, but most of all, she's just a beautiful woman, child of God, and she has a heart for people, and that's
Right.
the way she does, every day. A big focus she's been working on with Black women and Black women in maternity.
Okay.
Um, so she's been doing a lot of work with that, but she did our first presentation and she was just like, I mean, unbelievable, awesome.
Uh-huh. 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 So each
Literally.
session is going to be somebody new. I'm sorry if I cut you off. So
Yeah.
each
So the
session.
next session will be emotional wellness, and
Okay.
it'll be a new presenter. Um, but Montia, like I said, just I've known her since she was 14, 15 years old, and she just reminded me she'll be 35. Um,
Wow.
right? And just to watch her grow up into this
Yes.
woman that she became, it was unbelievable. I felt like a proud parent,
Right.
like it
Right.
brought tears
Right.
to my eyes. I was just like, oh my goodness, like I can't believe, how mature she is and how composed she is, and it just was wonderful. So yeah, that was the backdrop to it. That's the wellness meetup that we do at the Rankin Christian Center once a month on Saturdays. They're mainly 11 to 2.
Okay. And when's
But
the next ones? Do
the
you
next
have
one is
the list?
the next one is April 20th.
Okay.
Um, it's a Saturday, and that one will be 12 to 3. That one again will be focused on emotional wellness, and it'll be
Okay.
presented by Tennille Hill. So Tennille Hill, I met her through community care. So
Okay.
community care is a behavioral health organization, but they do all types of things with like the community, like with housing, food, and different things like that.
Okay. Gotcha.
Therapy. So I partnered with them uh, through this initiative called Our Hair.
Uh-huh.
And what their initiative is it focuses on bridging the gap between mental health awareness and resources with the brown community through the barbershops and beauty salons.
Okay.
So that is how I met her, because once I signed up, I was then invited by the director of the program to do a presentation.
Okay.
And as one of the salon owners in the program, it just became like a partnership from that point. So I've been doing multiple presentations. Like, we did national, we did one in Harrisburg, we did one here in Pittsburgh downtown. We've done another one too. It was an international one.
Okay.
And so we've just been like, together and it's just been me, Tanil, and the director of the program.
Okay.
So that's how I met her. And so she's a clinical therapist, but she's also a hairstylist.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. So I
Oh,
asked her to be a part of the presentation, the wellness meetup, and she agreed.
and how have you been getting the word out?
So I've been doing social media. I've
Okay.
been hanging up flyers in different businesses, and I've been keeping flyers at the salon. I've been reaching out to the presenters to ask them to share it on their social media outlets as well.
Okay.
And some of the clients of the salon too, they've been sharing it on their social media outlets. So mainly like social media and flyers so
Okay.
far.
Well, definitely give me. I could definitely share it on my social media platform, but for the others too, because I am a majority inspector in Rankin as well. I love Rankin. I gotta love it down there. I love that community and the people that have come out of that community. So next time I come to the shop, give me a little packet, and I
Oh,
can take
oh,
it.
I'm gonna give you a digital. I'm gonna
Give me
send
the
everything to.
digital,
I
and
got them all
I can
done. It's done.
definitely, yeah, I can
Done.
definitely spread that out to my people down there. So yeah, I love Rankin. I do. I need to visit your church too. I've never been to that church, but I've heard great things about it.
Definitely. Our new pastor, Brian Hutton, he's awesome. Like, I felt like he was a breath of fresh air. He was
Mhm.
exactly what we needed. Like, through after COVID, during COVID.
Yeah.
He has great ideas. He's young. He just turned 36.
Oh yeah. So
Um,
he got a lot of great ideas. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, a lot of great ideas. And today we did so there's this goal, and I definitely believe it's going to come to pass for Mount Olive, Emmanuel Baptist, Tristone, and possibly a Union Baptist church
Uh
and
huh.
as well, all to join together, become one church.
What?
And we were all together today for Palm Sunday.
What?
And it was beautiful. Reverend Penny Baker preached. And it was awesome.
I bet you that was
It
powerful.
was. It was. It was really, but it felt good. It felt like family. It felt
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I definitely feel like you should come visit.
Yeah, because definitely when God orchestrates it, it's amazing. It's amazing.
When he says yes, nobody can say no. So
Say that again. Drop
when
that
he
one
says
more
yes,
time.
when he says yes, nobody can say no.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Tim, it's always a pleasure. Do you have anything else you want to share to our viewers? Tell them how they can get in touch with you if they need their hair did.
Well, salonbluellc.com. Click shop or book now. Book now will take you to the scheduling app, which it's a bunch of details there that's written. You definitely got to read, so
Yeah,
please come ready to prepare to read, because I
yeah,
spell it all out for you, let you know how to schedule with me, how to select each service. So but go on to, like I said, salonbluellc.com, click book now or click shop. I do have a collection of satin products and a body oil that you can
yeah.
use. But that's how you can get in touch with me.
Right, right. And he sounds a little serious here. And of course, because we're having an interview, but when you go into his shop, we have an absolute.
I am a very serious person, but I definitely,
You gotta let your hair down,
yeah,
bubble.
you gotta let your
Literally.
hair down sometimes.
Yes,
I'm a I'm,
exactly.
I'm a real grounded, down to earth person.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
like, I never want to place myself anywhere other than
Right.
what God says, and even still, I'm still be struggling with, with God telling me like, well, you're this, you're that, and it's like not that I disagree with God, but
Yeah.
just trying to stay in my humble space,
And because you want him to be able to use you and use
Right,
you effectively. You know what I
right,
mean? So
right.
that's what's most important for me as well. You know what I mean? But again, it's always a pleasure. He's going to be sharing some information. I'm going to get it and put it on my page. Please look out for his classes that he's going to be presenting. And it's the Rankin Christian Center, but it's Rankin and surrounding areas. So anybody can benefit from this program and show him some love and definitely get some information that you might deem helpful for your life as well. Any last remarks before we wrap up?
So yes, I'm glad you mentioned that it's Rankin and the surrounding areas. So our next presenter doing emotional wellness, she's actually coming from out of town to do this
Okay.
presentation. So that lets you know everybody is invited, and it's
Right.
for all people to come. Just really come and be fed,
Yes.
and that's like the most important. We will be doing raffle prizes as well as refreshments. We'll have
Okay.
different foods.
Okay. Because yeah, you gotta feed us a little
Yeah,
bit, just a little bit.
I understand. You got a good little nibble, a couple things to nibble on. I got you. A little
Yeah.
bit of libation, get you something to drink.
Exactly, exactly. And once again, this is Tim Jones with Salon Blue, my hairstylist, and I appreciate you for the work that you do for me and for the community. And again, this is Angela D. Strimling with the new After Sunday podcast, and you can catch us every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But you know what I always say: take care, stay blessed, and remember, pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. See you next week.
Bye bye.
Bye.